weather is starting to get a bit humid. I personally don't prefer that type of weather anyways. And what did I read today? How about this one? It's kind of a follow-up story to that one yesterday. Remember with that drone light show where the drones started to fall from the sky? How about this one? They say apparently it was a GPS issue. This one says GPS problems caused 55 drones to sink into the drink at July 4th show in Seattle suburb. That's one expensive loss too, huh? As it says here, a July 4th drone show in the Seattle metropolitan area was hampered when 55 of the 200 unmanned aircraft lost their GPS signals and fell into Angle Lake. Therefore, the drone show ended early. SeaTac officials said in a release that no injuries were reported and fireworks went off afterwards. The Great Lakes Drone Show was the first put on by the city, named by the combination of Seattle and Tacoma. The company's CEO, Matthew Quinn, said in a statement, the drone light show performance experienced a sudden loss of GPS signal on several drones, causing them to go into a fail-safe landing mode. At that point, the drone pilot moved to stop the show and return the drones to where they took off. However, Mr. Quinn explained, more drones lost their GPS signals and dropped into the lake. It says, at this time, the cause is unknown and under investigation by the flight team and authorities, as no internal system or drone causes have been found in the flight logs. More information will be released when we know more, Mr. Quinn said. And they say the drone show costed about $40,000. It makes you wonder what happened here. Was it just signal interference, for example? I wouldn't be surprised if there was more stuff like this in the future in terms of technical difficulties. I remember that first one that was supposed to be the first public drone show here anyways. They couldn't take off because there was too much interference. They underestimated, I suppose, where everyone's going to the area with their cell phones and all that. Lots of kinks to be worked out. Now, with that thought, there were a lot of companies and organizations developing ways to take down drones for military use, for example. But how about this one? This sounds kind of old school in some ways in terms of a technique anyways. This one says Putin to send up barrage balloons to fend off drone attacks. What are they going to do? Literally block them with like blimp types of balloons? It says Russia plans to build a network of barrage balloons inspired by the First and Second World Wars to thwart Ukraine's daring drone attacks. A Russian aerospace firm says it has already begun testing balloons capable of holding up a net that it is hoped will offer protection against the long-range strikes that have badly damaged energy infrastructure and other key targets deep inside Russia. The balloons are designed to launch from hangars, rise quickly in a row, and then drop a 250-meter tall net. Polina Albeck, the general director of First Airship, told a conference in St. Petersburg this week that the balloons had already been tested and that her company had received orders. I wouldn't be surprised, especially during these times. Everyone wants a solution really fast. You can probably just make any quote per se, and they'll be like, okay, as long as we have the budget for it. Interesting on what the company, I guess, normally did though, because it says, our main activity is building cargo airships, but today, based on the experience of our ancestors, we created the barrier protection system. Photographs of a suspected prototype showed a white balloon with large blue fins at its rear floating above a birch forest and a lake. Cheaper solution, I suppose anyways, but either way, companies will adapt if they see market potential, I guess you could say. And with that thought, in terms of markets, how about when it comes to things like AI and so forth? Apparently, OpenAI got hacked. Can you imagine that for an AI company and how much they rely on data? It says hackers stole secrets from OpenAI. The NYT notes that the attackers did not access the systems, housing, and building the AI, but did steal discussions from an employee forum. OpenAI did not publicly disclose the incident nor inform the FBI because it claims no information about customers nor partners was stolen, and the breach was not considered a threat to national security. The firm decided that the attack was down to a single person with no known association to any foreign government. As it says here, quote, after the breach, Leopold Aschenbrenner, an OpenAI technical program manager focused on ensuring that future AI technologies do not cause serious harm, sent a memo to OpenAI's board of directors arguing that the company was not doing enough to prevent the Chinese government and other foreign adversaries from stealing its secrets, writes the NYT. That's one thing to consider too. I know there's a lot of companies that are going full digital, keeping all of their important records online in the cloud and all that, versus, for example, just storing it locally in their own computers. Can you imagine that? Like in this case, where a hacker just goes in and they can literally steal someone's entire life data, especially with these programs like ChatGPT and all that nowadays, where people probably ask all these sensitive questions just about themselves, trying to find solutions and all that. So it makes me wonder, can you ever I guess, be fully safe when it comes to the digital future per se? Or would you rather keep certain things offline when it comes to really personal information? All right, see you guys later.